I got hit 8 times. I got hit 7 times on my face, 1 on my neck. You know what I'm saying?
Explain what happened with that. Some people asked about that. Explain what happened with that situation.
I have peace and quiet, and I have my solitude right now.
All right. Before we get into like our interview, right? I want to ask you something. I want you to tell people before, like, who are you today? Like, what do you represent today? Who are you as the man?
I'm a grandfather, father. I'm a person. I'm a man that loves to help others. I grew to have a passion when I worked at Exodus Transitional Community in East Harlem, a nonprofit reentry program that parole really doesn't like sending people to, because they know that once they get involved with us, they always graduate and they go on to be successful. And parole really doesn't like people to be successful, you know. But I learned to have a passion of helping others and also being able to get others a job. I'm just a laid-back individual that if I can get to spend every breath, that every moment that I have with my kids and my grandkids, I'd rather do that. If I can do that and live for free. But we all know that that's impossible. We can't live for free. That's who I am.
Okay, let me ask you something, right? Where you from?
I'm from 183rd and Crescent Avenue.
All right. Describe to me, I always ask people this question. This is like a generic MacMean question. Describe to me how it was when you grew up, the good, the bad, the ugly.
The good, sleeping on the fire escape in the summertime to where you could stay up until like 4 o'clock. You had like little parties on the fire escape. Bad. Police used to come through, beat us, cases on us, catch us doing shit. The ugly, a lot of people got killed. A lot of people went away for the rest of their lives.
You cutting up a little bit. All right, yo, Polo. When the first time you got exposed to Latin Kings or started to see them come out, or what was your exposure to Latin Kings when you first met them?
When I first went upstate in 1989, I went from reception over I block in Elmira in general population. And when I got to I block, that's when I first started seeing dudes with bandanas, yellow ones, red ones, and they were Spanish dudes, and they will also have black and yellow beads, handmade with the going down with a black or a yellow cross.
So like you eventually became Latin King though, right?
Yes, in 1991, I got tricked into it.
Well, explain that to me. How you get tricked into it?
My neighbor, Viejo Chicago, the real Viejo Chicago, told me that an individual he pointed to told him SMD. So I was like, excuse me? And he was like, yeah, that dude. So I was like, all right, I got him. And when we went to the yard after, child run in COMSTOCK, you either go to program or you go right to the yard. There's no ifs, buts about it. You're not going back to your cell. They don't do that. You go straight to the yard in COMSTOCK. Yeah, when I went out to the yard, the individual, he told me that I was under the assumption that the individual told Viejo Chicago SMD. I just walked up to him and I cut him. and I spun a yard, and we was down near the hole. If anybody ever been to Great Meadow, you know what the hole is. That's where you go down and go down gun to gun with people. You go down there and fight, or you go down there and play basketball. That's what the hole is. Those three things go down there: fighting, cutting, and basketball.
Okay, so after you hit homie, what happened after that?
Yeah, after I hit him, when I went back, I walked past Chicago Cell, and he knocked on my wall and he told me ADR, and I was like, yo, don't play with me, you know that I'm not. And he was like, nah, you crowned, you coming under me. And he was like, yo, I'm not taking no for an answer. You know, you just proved yourself. So that's how I say I got tricked into it. And that was in November 91. Because I left Cashapp in July 91.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. You know, I'm trying to piece this together in a way where, all right, so look, all right, so let me ask you something, because one of the biggest questions that we have when it comes down to like, because you eventually became Blood, right? To explain that first before.
I left Latin Kings in 1993, August 22nd, 1993. I left Latin Kings in August 2nd, pardon me. August 22nd, I turned Blood. August 2nd, 1993, while I was in HDM in 5 Block, I stripped myself. That time, you had an individual named, you know, I'm not gonna say no names, but he was a dope.
Yeah, you don't have to say some names. You don't have to say.
We're not gonna do no names, you know. If you was with me in Rikers Island in that era, you know who was at HDM and had that position at that time. I don't need to say no names when they was in 8 Block with me. You know what I'm saying? So you already know. But some wanted to buy, you know, some dog food from me. I told them no. One thing led to another. You know, I left them because a dope fiend can't be a leader of a whole movement because their mind is already altered by their addiction to the narcotic, to the drug. You know, I don't knock nobody for whatever they do in life. You know what I'm saying? That's you. That's not me. But how am I gonna follow somebody whose mind is already altered by a substance? He's not gonna lead me down the right path.
All right.
So I left that, and 20 days later, you know, I know Mac, I know Omar, and I know Rudy from the street. You know, when Rudy used to boost and come through the block, you know what I'm saying? When Mac was on his side on Davidson, but when he used to come on our side, on Morris and Walton, you know, right up on the 3rd. You know, but Mac and Rudy, they brought me home while we was in Manhattan. We was in Manhattan Supreme Court, and we had got it on with some nietas in the bullpen, and because they tried to debo the whole area to sit down, and we was like, nah, like, you gotta share that. Like, we're not telling y'all to get off, but you gonna let us sit down too. And when they wasn't trying to hear it, we let them get the business. and then we took over the whole bench, you know. But that's how I came home, by putting in that work.
So let me ask you this, right? A lot of people, which something that always amused me too, and I mean confused me and amused me at the same time, is that Spanish dudes, when they start becoming blood. Now, for people that got shit to say about that, right? What's your mentality on that? What you, as being a Spanish man, right? What's your mentality about becoming blood? And is your mind, is blood a black game?